question about the magnetic field
Sure.
flipping and the 11-year cycle. At the solar maximum, does that happen when the magnetic field is disintegrating, or when it's reintegrating upside down, or?
Okay, I have my simple way of visualizing how the magnetic field reverses. Can I use the board?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so
Is this? Should have a blank.
This one, like,
How come those boards are that color?
Oh, you can write on them with anything, with chalk or
Oh,
whatever.
okay, okay.
And they're easier to erase.
Yeah, this is med packing, I'm not yours.
You can't see it with anything either.
So this is the sun at the solar minimum. Now this is not a simple bar magnet. We have regions at mid-latitudes where the magnetic field is closed. It comes from, this is the solar equator. So we have loops coming from here and in there. Okay? But then at high latitudes, the magnetic field becomes open. In one direction, opposite direction, you have a large electric current sheet forming at about 2.5 solar radii, and this extends all the way out. Okay, so above a certain latitude, here latitude, magnetic field becomes open in space, and these regions where we have unipolar field, they're say 60 degrees latitude and higher, and the same in the south. So this is solar minimum. Okay, and then new active region begin to emerge. They emerge in dipoles. Now, if you merge a sunspot like this, what's going to be the polarity? Where is going to be south and where is going to be north? This is going to be south, this is going to be north. So south is going to migrate here, and north is going to migrate there, right? So gradually over time, what's going to happen is this south, this region will get closer and closer to the pole, and eventually, what's going to do? It's going to create a hole. And what about this one? Well, this will move south, it will do whatever it wants. The whole point is that now I've eaten some of here, and I have predominantly one polarity moving in the other hemisphere. Now, this happens as the solar cycle goes. You eat more and more of this polarity. And some 6 years later, this unipolar region is gone, and so is the unipolar region here. What happens during the solar maximum is you form more and more sunspots at lower latitudes. So 6 years later, I'll form sunspots more towards the equator. Okay? And I'm going to create more and more unipolar regions around the equator. And the thing is that unipolar regions of N are moving in the southern hemisphere now, and you'll have also emergence in the south, so the picture goes in reverse. So gradually over time, due to the present appearance of new active regions, that's how the global picture will change. And eventually, 11 years later, what you're going to end up with is same as here, but here is south and here is north. Now this is when you look at it from the outside, but that's a reflection of what's going on inside the sun. And that's a perspective of what's going on in the inside, because it's hard to see what's going on inside the sun. But that's one way of basically figuring out how the large scale field reverses.
So the maximum the field is minimum. So you said?
So the solar minimum, these sunspots appear at large latitudes.
I'm saying in terms of magnetic field, that the solar at the solar maximum.
At the
magnetic
solar
field is
maximum,
minimum.
the magnetic field of the sun is more control-like.
So it's a minimum.
Yes, the large scale field. But we have lots of sunspots. They create small scale field, which is more intense. But the large scale field, yes, it will be weaker.